I am properly audible, if not visible. Someone's joined. Hi, everyone. I hope I'm visible as well at the same time as I'm audible for quite some time now. It's been ages, if I'm not wrong. Waiting for a few people to join. It could be anyone. Quite a few subscribers I have. Not many. Let's see who joins, and then we can begin with the proceedings with this courtroom. Be a bit too zoomed in. This is a Q&A session, team. I say team, but it's basically subscribers. So, team. So, team, if you have any kind of questions related to these topics that I've shown here, you can see the topics, I hope. So, if you have any kind of questions, feel free to throw them in so that I can answer them with the best of my abilities to try and answer them fully. If not, I'll give you at least something that you can take home. All right. New location, I believe, if you've noticed. Not much is visible, but still, the location has changed. I know it's a weird time to be going live because it's a random Saturday. I haven't given you any kind of intimation. I didn't give you any intimation so that you'd be aware, but no, you aren't. And that's the problem. I go live haphazardly, randomly, and then not many people would join that way, would they? In case you're wondering that the audio is coming through my buds, that isn't true because I have a separate microphone here in my lap. Guys, if you've joined in, the topics are well, in abundance. So many a thing you can talk about here. Talk about accents, you can talk about language, grammar, technology, anything else if you'd like to. So how many people would join on a random Saturday like this without any kind of intimation beforehand? But one can hope. There's only so much you can do, right? Dream health is healthy, but the health of the audience, the people who are here, no, they're sick. All of you need health insurance. No one's here. Actually, abandon those headphones because they're pretty heavy, these ones. And that's also the mic. So, surprise, surprise, it's in the lap. Desi jugaad, if you may. Mighty. To keep on talking without anyone listening. So, might as well wait. Come on. It's a Saturday. Guys, where are you? Are you out somewhere? This absolute Delhi heat, wherever you are. I'm sure it must be hot there, unless you're in South Africa or Australia.
Down under. If you're in Australia, then I can't help because you're there and I'm here. But I think you can come back here and change my accents because it's an accent live stream. You change it.
Testing my patience, guys. My Logitech G29 steering wheel to my PC and probably play a game or something. Drive on a nice highway, American highway. That would have been so much better. By the way, watch in case I haven't shown you yet. New buds. They've made a cohesive ecosystem for Samsung because there's the phone, which is white, the buds, which are white, and the watch, which is white. Nice ecosystem. Apple people, they never have this. Left for me now is to paste this link on my WhatsApp status and see how many people join off of there. Let's try that. Would be a bad idea because quickly paste this link onto my WhatsApp status and see how many people join off of that. Because it would be amazing if they do. Not I'll have to terminate the live stream right here. Someone watching this live stream has my number. You'll be able to see the status update shortly. Some of you do have my number because you are people that I know. Like some of you. Status update shared. Now let's wait and watch. Let it ferment. If you It's quite a lot of topics to discuss here because there is a plethora of stuff to talk about, things that I do in daily life. I mean, it varies from many a thing to many a thing. It goes from accents to teaching to eventually anchoring to training people on how to speak better, how to have a better accent. It goes from one thing to another. Quite a few things that there are. So there's a lot to talk about and a lot left on the table to be discussed. However, I need people for that to happen who haven't joined yet. And I'm not afraid or ashamed to admit that no one has joined yet, except maybe one person. Oh, well, yes. Hi. Hi, Shania. How are you? Long time no see. So the WhatsApp status thing worked. It did. Sometimes my genius, it generates gravity. Just quoting Jeremy Clarkson, that's it. Nothing else. If you remember who he is, if you have seen him, seen what he does, what he did, what he used to do back in the day on Top Gear and the Grand Tour. Anyone else who's joined? I see two people have joined. One of them has to be. Hi, creator guy Minak. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it or butchering the pronunciation altogether, but okay, Minak. Hi, hope you're doing well. If you have any questions related to the aforementioned topics, please feel free to ask them and I will answer them to the best of my abilities. Anything related to the English language? Yes, WhatsApp is a form of social media, probably the only social media I use apart from YouTube. That's very true. Look at the jugaad that I have. The headphones, which have been repurposed as a microphone. Good work. Who knew? But then it was too heavy to begin with, so I had to do this anyway. I hope the quality is perfect, team. I keep saying team. Okay, family, subscribers. I hope the quality is perfect, full HD, not 4K, can't afford that, sorry, not a Moti Party, Jape Khali. So I can only afford. Hi, I've been fine. What about you? All well? If you also want to discuss cars, I'm all in. Lend me your ears. Or rather, I will lend you my ears. Big ears. How are you, buddy? I'm fine. This was supposed to be a random effort, something haphazard. Trying to see how many people joined. If I tried, which I did, turns out not many is the answer. You can also practice your English with me here. I'm no expert, but I can try and help you. So if you have any questions, you want to know a few concepts or maybe something difficult that's been bothering you since time immemorial, you can ask me. That's good to know, Manik. Uh, your photo is too small. I can't make out who you exactly are. All right. I think I remember you now. We probably had a conversation in the chat box or the comment section of one of my short videos, which I hate, by the way. Shorts, ew. Attention spans limited, less than that of a goldfish. God. Guys, stop watching reels and shorts, please. Please help yourself. Don't do that. Help your mind. Don't keep losing brain cells. Just watch something that is of a long form, something that is long enough for you to watch it. Okay, don't call me sir, please. You can call me Mayank. Don't call me sir. Call me Mayank. So, concurrent viewers, too. Maybe let's discuss something because I haven't been getting questions from you guys. So maybe I should initiate something. I think it's a great opportunity for me to talk about. Says no real, no life. Real life is hampering real life. Case shouldn't be the case. It's not good. I sincerely hope, hand on heart, that you are not able to hear any kind of background noise around me. But if you are, let me know because I want to change that so that it doesn't happen again. There should ideally be no noise around me. It should be pin drop silent. If it isn't, hard luck. Thank you, Manik. Thank you for appreciating the accent. In fact, that is a very good accent because if you see people these days, they're all in for American accents and how they talk car, and for, bar, all of that. But that's one thing. Talking in a British accent or listening to someone who talks in British accent, it's a your pure, utter joy because it's rare. Even the Brits, they are getting Americanized. Their R's are starting to roll. The silent R's are going away, the R's are coming back in. I say silent R's, not silent R's, because that would be something else. So the accents, well, they're butchering their own accent. Dare I say their culture as well, but I'm not supposed to say that on live stream, am I? Limited scope. I think the best thing, I mean, because I made this live stream to help you guys speak better English or maybe talk in a better accent, I think the best thing that you can do to talk in a foreign accent is to listen. Now, this might be a cliched tip, especially from the likes of myself. You must have heard it quite a few times from me or from other YouTubers on the internet or other people around. But it works. It's been working since eternity. I heard it somewhere back in the day that if someone is born deaf, so congenital deafness, then that person automatically is also dumb, which means if they can't hear anything from day one, they can't speak anything from day one, which means that God has given you a signal very clearly that if your hearing prowess is not there, then you can't speak. Therefore, you need to listen in order to be able to speak better. So, a better speaker is equal to a better listener, and vice versa. But then, listening more means speaking in a much better manner. So, the best thing you can do is you listen and you mimic and you copy. You be a copycat. If you can't copy, doing an accent won't be possible as such, or improving your English. So it's always better to copy. If you can call yourself a copycat, good work. Good Lord, as Richard Hammond said in one of the episodes from The Grant. Good Lord, when he was in that museum from a certain episode, I can't remember which, can't put my finger exactly, but it was a museum in Poland and it had quite a few personalities. Am I supposed to name them? Yes. Am I allowed to name them? Nope, so I won't. Oh, someone's here at the door. Okay, doesn't matter. So, team, any questions that you'd like to have? Something that you've been working on for a while, but it hasn't turned out how you wanted it to be? Need some assistance? Let me know. Or if something that you can teach me, if there's something that you can tell me, I would love to learn from you. If there's anything, well, I might as well bring the mic closer to my mouth. Right. We can also talk about cars, if you may. Any latest news on cars? I think all the models that they've been releasing in the last 2 to 3 months or so, they've been getting quite angry. If you look at cars from the modern era, they have been getting extremely angry. If you look at their faces, we call this pareidolia in psychology, that you're able to see faces in inhumane or inanimate objects. You see faces there, like in clouds or in the soil or in the front of cars. That's pareidolia. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but okay. Latin baby, kije. Or maybe Greek, most probably Latin. So that thing has been happening quite a lot lately. Cars have been getting angrier. Their eyebrows, like that, number 11. So it's an RV there, number 11. And I don't know why. Cars used to be so soft. They used to be looking so much softer than they look today. They used to look so Japanese back in the day, especially if we look at the Wagoner from about 10 years ago. It still looks feminine and soft, but still. If you look at, for example, the Tiago from Tata from 8 years ago, very soft. You look at the Nexon today, the Punch, man, they're gonna punch you in the face the moment they see you. If they were human, they'd kill you. That's how angry they look. Don't know why. Car makers, I know you're not listening to this because I'm not a huge big shot YouTuber like, say, Turbo Media or like Autocar India. You wouldn't even know I existed. But if you're listening to this by any chance, make your car designs a bit softer. Why so angry? Why so serious? In the words of the great Heath Ledger. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Probably. So, Creator Guy Manik says, could you give me some tips on how to nail the British RP accent? I'm very intrigued to know. I think the first thing that you can do is you forget that the R exists, the letter R. You need to forget that sound because the R only comes into play when it's followed by a vowel sound. So if your R is followed by a vowel sound, then you pronounce the R. And I'm talking about British RP specifically. But if it's preceded by a vowel sound, you don't pronounce it. For example, if I say CAR, which is car, in the accent that becomes car. Now I said car, the R vanished. Where is it? It's vanished. I can't see it. I can't hear it. Why? Because it was preceded by a vowel. C, A, R. Car. But if the R is followed by a vowel sound, then you must pronounce the R. For example, random. Random. There's a random page number that you're talking about. Something like that. So if you say random in Indian English in an Indian accent, it turns into random, random in a British accent because it's followed by a vowel. So you pronounce it. But in the case of car, it was preceded by a vowel. So it was the last sound. There was no sound after the R, right? The word ended with the R sound. So it becomes silent. Car, far, bar, butter, better, letter, and matter, and sorter, and porter, and potter. All of those words ended with an R sound. Hence, I didn't pronounce the R sound. So that's one thing that you can do. Focus on where to pronounce the R and where not to. That's thing number one. Thing number two, take your sweet time to pronounce things because they are not in a hurry. Unlike Americans, they seem to have a lot of time on their hands. They say, I think I must go there. I suppose it's been a lot of time lately. Notice how slow that was, how incredibly slowly paced that was. Commit. I think there's a lot of problems going on in here, and I think I want to go there and have maybe a couple of drinks or so. Maybe a kind of an American accent. Much quicker, much faster. Not much time on your hands. So the second tip, you go slower, you go steadier. Hence, you sound like you're sorted. You have all the time in the world, even if you don't. It should seem like you do, because that's the key. So number one, you focus on your R, R's, not your R's, but R's, Z sound, and how slow you go. That's two things. Make it sound distinctively RP-ish, because other accents of the English language, they don't have such characteristics as such. Even with us Indians, we pronounce the R probably 90% of the time. I never say car, I say car, car, car. I pronounce the R. That's not RP. That's general Delhi Indian English. So there's two tips for you. Tip number three, you use full forms wherever possible. For example, I haven't been able to do that. I haven't been able to do that. So sometimes they will eventually mishmash things into one. They will use many abbreviations, initialisms, and short forms. But British people, they try and expand things. They try and speak them for how they are. Not at face value, but in actuality. They pronounce everything fully. And that's one of the keys you need. So if there's, what you doing? Hey, pal. Hey, pal, what you doing? Let me know. I want to go out with you and watch a hockey match or baseball match. No. Hey, friend, how are you doing? What are you up to? That's much better because they have expanded. What you doing is short for what are you doing? What are you doing? That became what you doing. And in a British accent, that's going to become what are you doing? Or what are you doing? Because they've expanded everything and they're pronouncing them like it's fully meant to be pronounced. Full forms. So that's another key. You pronounce things. Oh, why have I switched my accent? Okay. You pronounce things fully. Don't shorten them, especially unnecessary. That's a feature of the general American accent or generally major American accents. Shorten things. Don't. So these are three tips that I can give you as of now. The fourth one, then again, well, straight from the horse's mouth. You listen. You listen as much as you can. People who speak with impeccable accuracy, people who have brilliant accents, people who are fully capable of speaking at length without faltering, without using crutch words, or without any kind of inconsistencies. People who are gifted with a prowess for speaking. Listen to them. There are plenty of such people on the internet from various nationalities. You name them. There are Indians who can do that. There's the American nationality, they can do that. They're natives. And the Brits, it's their language. I know it's not their language, it's not their native language because the old Saxons, the old Germanic tribes, all of those people, they brought English to the UK, or maybe they helped English become what it is today. But it was propagated by the British. Hence, we credit them, they're credited for having brought the language to us plebeians, commoners. So the thing is, you listen because the more you listen, the better you speak, and you know how a certain person is trying to move their mouth or where their mouth is, where the tongue is. What's the cadence of their pauses? Are they taking pauses? If so, where? How many times? How intense are the pauses? So these are things that have to be kept in mind 100%. If you're good at noticing, if you're fastidious, if you are meticulous, if you pay great attention to detail, then you're sorted because that's all it takes to learn an accent. Yeah, you're welcome, my friend. I hope I was able to help. Make sure to add the listening thing to your daily routine. Okay, your daily paraphernalia should contain a device that helps you listen to natives or someone who speaks with great accuracy and fluency and speaks with such prowess it makes you want to listen to them all day, every day. Find such people around you. I'm sure there are plenty who can talk like that. Talk to them. If not, listen to them. Try and mimic them. Take 1 minute small recordings or maybe 10-second recordings, audio files. You take them. So, okay, who's trying to message me? Oh, is that a message? No, someone's liked my status. So, suppose that I've given you a 10-second audio. All right. The 10-second audio contains a British RP speaker. Maybe a native, may not be a native, doesn't matter. The speaker has to be great at speaking. With that out of the way, with that being said, you have to listen to the audio, the 10-second audio properly, and then make sure that you can mimic it to the T. So, perfectly, from the first word or sound or syllable to the last word, sound, syllable. Try and mimic it as best as you can to the best of your abilities and, well, give it a best shot, 110%. So, if I give you an audio file which says, or which goes like this, I have a mobile phone that's pretty nice and it's so expensive. No, I'm talking about someone else. I have a mobile phone that's so expensive, but the worst part is that they've removed the 10x optical zoom camera from the newer models. That was quite a long sentence, but it was less than 10 seconds. So, I have a smartphone, you take it slowly. I have a smartphone that is very expensive, but the 10x optical zoom camera on the phone has been removed lately. I know I've changed the sentence, but okay, you get the point. Try and mimic it, one word at a time, one syllable at a time. Exactly. And it's better to mimic it without having to look at anything because you have to be auditory learners rather than visual. Audio visual is fine, but auditory is more challenging, better. Imagine that you can't see me, I'm John Cena. Can't see my mouth, I say. I have to go there and get some groceries from the supermarket. So, did I hear something? No. So, I have to go to the supermarket and get some groceries. And what you can do is you can slow that down to probably 0.25x or 0.5x and then pronounce every word individually without having to look at the speaker. That way, you will naturally develop that mouth position or that cadence to repeat that speaker word for word, sound for sound. syllable for syllable. And that will take you to success. That is the only road that you need to tread, the only path you need to walk, the only road you need to take. Robert Frost. And you're sorted. Take things one thing at a time. I live my life 1/4 mile at a time, in the words of Vin Diesel from The Fast and the Furious. You live your life in chunks. In psychology, when we call this concept chunking, we divide larger things into smaller parts. So rather than amalgamate stuff, you divide stuff. You've seen dividers, right? So something that divides. That's what the British did. And ironically, that's what we're learning their accent, their language. But regardless, I digress. The point is, take it one chunk at a time, okay? For example, this is one chunk, a line. You repeat it. Even though you don't know the sound, it's totally fine. You try and develop it naturally. Discover and learn is the way to go. Speaking for quite some time now, I've just audience here, any kind. People, if you're there in the chat box, let me know. Hazri laga do. Attendance. I'm absolutely impressed, by the way, on how you have the ability to switch over from accent to accent. Thank you. Thanks a lot. It's good fun, actually. Once you start doing it, it seems like good fun. So I think once you begin as well, I've seen your videos as well. Your American accent is quite good too. So good job there. Keep working hard. And if there's anything I can assist you with, just let me know. By the way, thanks for being on the live stream for so long. You've been there for probably 25 minutes or so, which is something that means a lot to me. So thank you. And some other person is also there. The second viewer that I can see here. Is it Shania who's there? Or is it Max, the first one? Who's the second one? If you're there, let me know. Hazri, Hazri, attendance. From where I work has joined. Can't see my status updates. Maybe they're too busy. I mean, it's the weekend. People wouldn't be joining at this odd hour. They must be sleeping at this point of time. 3:16 p.m. on a Saturday. Who cares? They're all asleep. Sleeping with the fish. Oh, at least I'm getting a chance to practice my English on this live stream, even if I'm not getting any kind of response or, say, a two-sided conversation. Even if it's not full duplex, it can be simplex. So that way I'm practicing my English as well. Because you need to practice every single day, no matter what you do. Practice is practice. Keep talking, otherwise you'll forget all of it. The accent or the grammar, the pronunciation, it all fades away eventually. It's like the engine of a car. Why does I say car? It's car. It's like the engine of a car. Say car. Why are my R's being rolled? Maybe because I just finished doing an American accent prior to this live stream. I did it for an hour or so. So Manik says, I'm a Bengali speaker from Kolkata. Oh, namaskar. And in fact, English is my third language after Hindi, with being second. Ah, someone whose third language is English, you are quite good at it. That's nice to know. Bengali, Ami Punjabi. I hope that was correct. Might have butchered the pronunciation, but might have to end these live streams because there's no traffic, no traction at all. Only a couple people who have persisted until the very end. Or maybe if you guys are watching it after the fact, once the live stream is over, you're watching the recording or you're going through everything from the first minute of the live stream to the very last, then I'm usually thankful to you, grateful that you're actually watching it. Having watched it after the fact isn't as good as watching it during the act, which is right now. Give me your attention. I mean, you all have attention spans less than 10 seconds anyway. So, Anak, what got you into learning accents or teaching accents, for example? What was it? Any driving factor behind your current interest or penchant for accents? I'm glad I've recently had a haircut. Got a haircut because I was looking homeless and hopeless, as usual, and trimmed my beard as well so that I look at least presentable. Presentable. Guys, who's the second viewer? Let me know. If you're the second viewer, let me know. Should I remove the buds? Does it make a difference? Because I'm not hearing anything anywhere. Hmm. Okay, let's try that. I can hear myself much more clearly now. It's like my voice is echoing in the room. And if you can see, there's quite a lot of sunlight that's coming in. Because this place where I've currently shifted to, lately, recently, it's a great place. It's a great place to live. GPTL. I have over 300 contacts on WhatsApp, but only two of them have joined. How unfortunate. Might as well end this endeavor right here, right now. But okay, we'll wait for quite a few more people if that's the case, if they're joining in by any chance. All right. Might have to start a gaming live stream from now on. Next time, maybe I'll start with having my steering wheel in my hand, the gear shifter in the other hand, probably something like that. Driving properly, yeah, something like that. So I think, right. Huh. Might as well wait. So Manik says, I just love accents. I have a lot of interests with pronunciation, accents, IPA, etc. That's quite intriguing because I haven't seen many people around who are into accents. So since you are, high five, a proper one. There you go. I might not be very experienced or very old or very much of an expert on things, but basis my limited experience and limited knowledge in life, I can try and answer things. Give it a go. They're all learning, right? Hi. Hi, Ashish. Hope you're doing well. Finally, more familiar faces. Especially on a Saturday when most people are sleeping, sound asleep. Hope you're doing well. I had nothing better to do, so I thought, why not go live? Talk to people like a simplex one-way conversation. The weather is amazing, by the way. I might as well play cricket tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Something that I haven't done in a while. This should be done. So, hope everything's going fine for you, Ashish and Manak and Shania as well. Ashish, I think you and I should probably collaborate sometime, maybe go on a nice live stream spree. So good to see you as well. Same here. Should probably do a live stream together, collaborate on a topic, maybe talk about something that's been going on for ages, or maybe something that has recently begun, something related to the likes of AI or automobiles or the English language, something that you might want to add, or you have a nice idea, we could collaborate. If not you, then others, always feel free to chip in, team. We can always collaborate. talk about something because otherwise I don't get to talk much on a daily basis. This is where I talk. Right, Ashish. If you have any good topics, you send me those topics on WhatsApp. We can definitely plan a live stream, a podcast, because I'm using OBS right now. Remember, you asked me lately whether I used OBS or not? I did, and I do. In fact, this is what I'm using right now. It's a great piece of software. And I think there's many a topic that can be discussed, something along the lines of AI. Is It's been a huge thing. Although I'm not that into AI, it's maybe the domain of other people around me. But it's imperative that we talk about it. Yes, good plan. By the way, Ashish, if you have any questions or anything that you'd like to add, feel free to write anything here. This chat box is open to all kinds of thoughts, all schools of thought, plethora of people from all walks of life. Feel free to talk about anything here. You can discuss. Yes. And I sincerely hope that the audio quality and the video quality are both pretty fine right now, and you're able to hear me clearly as well as see me. I don't think well, I should always underscore the importance of OBS. It is second to none. It's an absolutely brilliant piece of software. There's so much customization, if that's even a word. But it's easy. You just link your YouTube account to your OBS, and then it links everything together and conjoins them so that you can live stream efficiently and wherever you want, anytime you'd like to. I would have loved to see at least 10 people here, a nice, healthy discussion, some people fighting in the comment box. Would have been great, but that wasn't to be. Remember that soliloquy from Hamlet, from Shakespeare, to be or not to be? It's, it's a very good, very important, pertinent line. Always a, always a question in your head. Do you take that path? Do you not take it? Do you be or do you not be? Ashish, that's quite a nice question. You are totally aligned on OBS, so am I. It's very good to know. What are your thoughts on Oxford's word of the year, rage bait? I had no idea it was the word of the year, but thank you for letting me know. I think rage bait is the quintessential Gen Z word. And okay, since I am Gen Z technically as well, not telling my exact age here, but I am Gen Z as well, although not by the way I think. So, by my age, I'm Gen Z. So, I think rage bait is a very Gen Z oriented word, and it really appeals to the conscience of the Gen Z population, especially the ones who use Instagram or similar social apps, who spend most of their time online, social interactions, talk to people, share reels with each other. That word will appeal to them. But rage bait is, not sure how to put this, not something that I would personally associate with or use in daily life because it's a very informal word. And something like the Oxford Dictionary choosing it as word of the year or words of the year, it's one word, right? So, word of the year. It speaks volumes about where the world is heading. They are actually moving towards Gen Zification or maybe Gen Alphafication because those kids, they're wreaking havoc. Look at Vaibhav Suryavanshi, for example. The guy's barely 15 years old and he's demolishing bowlers like they're nothing. The Bumrahs and the Starks, not the Starks, the Bumrahs and the Hazelwoods. Man, six of the first ball. Is it a joke? Does he have an AI chip in his bat? Then rage bait is quite a real thing if I don't digress here. Rage bait basically you I hate people who rage bait. It's better you talk with full clarity, full conviction. You talk with full communication. You have a clear mindset, an open heart, an open mind, with a cool, chill mindset. Talk like that. Don't instigate people. So, word of the year might be an interesting thing, but the fact is, the people who do that in reality don't take it at face value, but actually do it. They are the ones who are to be blamed. It's not a good thing to be done. Totally unhealthy. And Manik says, are you based in Delhi? Yes, I'm in Delhi NCR. Yes. Always been here. Apart from 2003, it's that year I was in Patiala, Punjab, for about a year or 2 years at max. Where are you from? You mentioned you're from Kolkata, so you must be staying there as well. What a happening place these days, Kolkata. Am I supposed to say why? No, I'm not supposed to say why. I don't want to get banned or get a strike on my main Gmail account. I don't want to lose my photos here. You can throw some light. No, no, don't throw any light because YouTube will throw us out there. Don't. No. Whatever's been happening there, it's quite insightful. And it's been on the news for quite some time now. But I hope it brings good luck and peace to all of them staying there. Whatever happens, they can bring it to fruition, all their efforts. That's all I hope. Living there since 2015, 11 years. Yeah, that's great. So, how do you think life is in that part of the country? Is it good enough? Is it bad? Is it average? Something that could be improved? It's like I'm conducting an assessment here for my viewers, but no. Feel free to share your thoughts, buddy. I might actually wrap up this live stream in the next 15 minutes when we will have reached 1 hour by then, the 1 hour point. Until then, we can talk. We have 14 more minutes to talk. Because I think 1 hour is a nice timeline for someone to do a live stream. It's a good enough timeline. If someone has to join, they'll join. If not, then they might as well watch it after the fact. I have 4 concurrent viewers. 5 now. Okay. Who are the others? I see Ashish here. I see Manik here. Who are the other 3? Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears and your attendance, please. Caesar? Mayank, recently Bhavita Mandava rage baited the entire Met Gala by Well, I have no idea who Bhavita is. I have heard Met Gala. I live under a rock, basically. So, Ashish, I can't actually comprehend this, but I think I am trying to get what you're trying to say. It's like Ranveer Singh appearing in a non Ranveer Singhish manner. Not in a tent, that is. He's wearing civilized clothes for the first time, something like that. Gully friends. Hi, Gully friends. If you want, you can share your name as well so that I can address you by your name. Personalize it. Manak says it's very much with rush, chaos, and daily hustle and bustle. See, what about the yellow taxis there, Manak? Do you still have those yellow ambassadors? Pride of Kolkata, Hooghly, Howrah. Quite a strong connection with Bengalis. I've had that. I can't say that on the live stream why exactly, but I can give you a hint is that is I've had people very close to me over the last 10, 15 years who have been Bengalis. And how close they were and what they were to me is something I can't reveal here. But they have been pretty close. So I sometimes wonder if I should visit. Maybe I should take time out and go there. And eventually, they say you should never meet your heroes. Maybe I should meet my heroes. Oh, hi, Nitin. Sure, Ashish. I will check her out on the internet 100%. And I hope, Nitin, you've been doing well. All is well with you. Manik says they still have got some of them. Ah, that's quite an American way to say it, Manik. Good going.
We still have gotten some of them. Probably like a southerner who talks like a kind of a Texan accent. Maybe half. Might sound like a black accent, but that isn't because they try and drawl and everything. It's very nasal, that part of the world. Can't help but do accents. I'm sorry, this is an accent live stream. Can't help myself. Well, there's a lot of things you can do as people here. Because if you live in that part of the country, now I turn into a black accent. No, I sometimes mix the African American accents, plural, and a southern accent. Sometimes I mix them for fun. They're very similar. Yes, all good, and thank you for asking. Yeah, great to know. Yeah, if I do ever visit West Bengal, Manak, I'll definitely let you know and I'll catch up with you. So it's going to be a
for someone with a subscriber size of less than 700, it is weird for me to say a meetup because that doesn't suit my profile or my channel. It's not even 1,000 subscribers, so I'm not qualified enough to say I'll do a meetup. But one can hope, right? A man can hope, a man can dream. So that's what I will do. Hope and dream. Organize a meetup sometime with my subscribers whom I can count on the fingers of one hand. One, two, three, four, five. That's it. 5 people who are going to meet up. The others, I'm not sure where this channel is going to head up. Well, where this is going to end up. I mean, might as well end up at 1,000 or more than that or less than 1,000. You never know. But whatever it does, I would like to thank each one of you for being here in this live stream as well as on my other videos, for having showered me with blessings and good wishes and having bestowed me with such a great audience like yourself. I couldn't be happier. So, huge thank you to all of you, each one of you who's been here since eternity. This channel is now 10 years old. I started it in 2016. The account was created in 2016, although my Gmail was created in 2009, which is older than Vaibhav Suryavanshi. So that gives you some context. However, my YouTube channel first began in 2016. But the first video that I uploaded properly was in 2020. So it's been 6 years or 10 years or 19 years, however you look at it. Quite some time. Each one of you has been here since then. Huge thanks from my side. I wish I could give you something to give away, but the only thing I can give away is hopes and dreams. Nothing else I have. Thank you so much, Manik, for your kind words. Best of luck to you as well. I hope your channel grows leaps and bounds and you reach, well, immense success. And I hope that for all of you here. Ashish, my friend Ashish, also has a YouTube channel for himself. I think he has 2 channels and a very accomplished LinkedIn account as well. So I think, Ashish, you deserve greater success. I hope that you also receive many more subscribers and a lot more love on what you do and what you create. Same goes for the others who have been trying content creation. Don't be like me. I am the Murat, the Putli of inconsistency. Don't be like me. Be like Ashish. He's very consistent with how he and how much he posts and the cadence of his posts. Be like him. Be like Menak. These guys are churning content day in, day out. Look at me, back after 6 months. Is it like a probation that I do? Probably. Is it an internship that I do for myself? Probably. But I take about 6 months to come back, which is absolutely not the way to do it in the content creation world. So I'm going to suffer. Thanks, Ashish. Thank you for always being there, supporting me. You're a great friend, buddy. Thank you. And just never be consistent. I'm absolutely not the person to consult for consistency, but yes, it's. I don't want to play a victim card here or say that I have lots of problems in life. No, everyone has problems, but sometimes you don't get time to do other things that you've always wanted to do. There is something or the other that catches your attention and makes you want to do that instead of what you really want to do. So I've been trying to strike that kind of balance in life wherein I try and put something in the balance. On the one hand, you have your personal life and commitments. On the other hand, you have your content creation. How do you balance that? Something that you must figure out. So the health hasn't been the best lately, to be very honest. I've recently recuperated from one of the best, should I say best or worst? Worst instances of ailments in life. But yes, been trying to take time out. Thanks to each one of you for being there. I will try and churn out more content, quality content. But since there haven't been many questions in this live stream, I would I would say that I had to resort to speaking on my own, doing a simplex. Thanks, Ashish. Do we have so I think who's the fourth one, team? One is Ashish, the other is Manak. Then we have Nitin. Who's the fourth one here? I see 4 people. Ashish, this this is a this is a good chair actually. I got it back in 2024 when I shifted to West Delhi. In December of 23, yes. Got this chair then. It's a very nice chair. It's comfy. I probably got it for 7 or 8,000 or something from a local shop there in West Delhi. Can't recall the name as of now, but if you want, I can lead you to it. I can check my Google timeline and lead you to that shop. Or maybe check my Google Photos for the screenshot or a photo of the card of that shop because I like to keep that. So maybe you can get an idea from there and then get a chair that's somewhere about 7,000, 6,000. It's a good one. It's very comfy. You can also raise it. I won't do it now. It's a good one, Ashish. Definitely. It's a great chair. It makes you feel like you're sitting in a throne. Well, if you ask a British person what a throne means, they'll tell you something else. That you'll need to watch Top Gear. They're on the bloody throne, aren't they? Well, we're all on the throne every morning. So, Ashish, this is a good chair, and I think because it rotates and has wheels underneath, you can't really use it to drive your Logitech G29 or any kind of racing simulator gear because you wobble, you move. The wheels don't let you stay stable. So, what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to get a nice stand for my Logitech G29, the shifter. It's a proper metal stand that helps you mount the steering wheel right where you want it to be, fully adjustable like a Volkswagen or other cars, and the shifter at the right height, plus the pedals where you want them to be. And then you can recline there and then use any kind of chair or maybe an inbuilt chair with a more expensive setup. Then I think it's going to be a much better thing. And then I can absolutely take another camera, put it right here, live stream myself driving on a highway, nice songs on the radio, enjoying the chilly breeze in my head and my hair. So that's going to be a good thing. But that stand is somewhere around 7,000, starts at 7,000. There's also one for 12,000, yet there's another one for 24,000, which is quite steep. 24,000, you can get a brand new smartphone that does quite a lot, but then a man only has limited interests and hobbies in life. We're simple creatures. We spend a lot, but we spend on a limited amount of things. We don't diversify it. That's the problem or the blessing with us. You can say it's a boon, it's a bane, God knows. Whatever it is, I can't speak for all guys, but for myself, well, you need to have hobbies and interests in life. Spend on yourself, but first spend on your family. If something is left after that, then you spend on yourself. The first priority should always be your family. Make sure you cater to them, all of you. I mean, Ashish must know so much better than I do, given his age and experience. But you first cater to the family. If something is left, a teeny weeny tiny amount, don't be hoity toity. Be very modest. Be very sorted with who you are. Have humility, and yes, just spend on yourself as little as you can, not as much as you can. That's how you do it. Okay, who's the fifth viewer? Guys, if you're listening, let me know. I want to give you a shout out. I'm no big YouTuber, no technical guruji. चलिए शुरू करते हैं. I'm none of that. But I would still love to give you a shout out. Give me your names in the chat box, comment section. By the way, thank you, Ashish, for having been there until the very end. Welcome to the language assessment. Average viewer duration 8 minutes and 31 seconds. That's actually nice. Thank you. I had so many good plans for this live stream. I wanted to talk about a plethora of things, which I think I wasn't able to quite yet, quite so much, but it's okay. Maybe in the next live stream, I'll have more people, if not five, then 10. Then we can diversify the interests and talk about a lot more things. Very modest guy, Ashish. Very, very humble guy. Always nice to see people who are right here, down to earth, who don't fly, who don't drink Red Bull. So I believe we have a couple minutes remaining for now. Team, if you have any other questions or anything that you'd like to add, just comment section is all yours. Give it to me. I'll try my best to answer it, as I've always said. And I know this setup is rudimentary. It's cliched. It doesn't work quite well, but then it is what I have for now. When you have limited funds, this is what you do. You can have funds to spend on a Logitech G29 stand for 24,000. Yes, but you can't have funds to get a new headset. How ironic. Reality is I don't have funds for anything right now. I have to gather and to save more money. I'm Punjabi. Punjabis can't save money. That's the biggest problem with us. We can't save money. If I were, say, Marwadi or Bania, they are extremely good at saving money, from what I've seen. Don't take it as an offense. Okay, take an offense. But they are really good at saving money, accumulated huge amounts of wealth. But as Punjabis, we are terrible at saving money. Although I'm pretty good myself at managing money, I'll say that. I don't praise myself, but this is something I'm really proud of. I've managed money since day one of earning. The first salary that I got, that was in 2019, April. That was the first time I got my proper first salary. Even though it wasn't corporate, it still got something. That was April 2019. Since that day, I have kept a track of every little expense that I've made and every bit of income that I've earned since then. So that really helps me gauge where and how I've spent money. That's a very tedious process. But if you actually give in to it, you let it control you, it will bring you to greater good, to greater success. I'm not successful, but I am at least on the path of it because I know where my money is going. But still, I still can't save money because there's always something or the other that crops up that needs your the 2 empty inches of your wallet, 2 vacant space inches of your wallet. Hi, Karthik. Yes, I did. Yes. Ashish asks, "What mic is that?" So that's basically a headset, which is if I turn the RGB on, it's going to look much better. This one. So that's a Cosmic Byte Immortal headset, tri mode, so you can connect it wirelessly, as well as with a wire, as well as with a Bluetooth dongle. So Bluetooth, 2.4G Wi-Fi, and wired tri mode. And it's amazing if you, as you can see, it works great. So I just turn it off like that and use it like a desk mic. How convenient. It's a Cosmic Byte Immortal. So Nitin, when will we connect next time? You can connect with me anytime, buddy. Anytime. Looks like we have 6 viewers here. Ah, might as well have some water. Actually, myself. People who know me will understand. You should always have water on time, team. Have some water, please. Interesting how I still haven't turned on the AC today. I did last night, but as of now, not yet because I don't need it. It's pretty pleasant here. Surprising. Yes, Ashish, Cosmic Byte Immortal. Although I bought it in 2024, which means that much better headsets have come around since then. If you browse Amazon right now or Flipkart, you'll see a plethora of good headsets, especially since there's an ongoing sale on both these platforms. You can definitely find a good headset from Cosmic Byte. I've been using them for some time now. There's another brand, Exa, EKSA. That's also a good brand. I used to have an Exa headset. It was an Exa E900, which I had prior to this one. So it's a great range that they make. I also have controllers from Cosmic Byte, wireless controllers. I have a controller from EvoFox. So these brands, although they rebrand stuff from China, that's the only way to do it. That's the only choice that you're left with. You get a rebranded brand product. Right, Ashish, I think this is going to be a good one. But since it is very heavy, I don't really like to resort to wearing it for long durations, which is exactly why I haven't worn it. It's right here in my lap. That's the exact reason. And the box looks something like this. Yeah, like this. I'm sure you'll be getting many different better offers on Amazon if you check at present. They must have released better models since 2024 or early 25. I haven't checked my phone in the last 1 hour. It's great. I don't have that sudden urge to check my phone every 10 seconds or so. That would have been terrible. Can't help but call out attention spans. If that's by nature, by a disorder, that's okay. I respect that. But if that's by your habit to watch reels all day, every day, why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you hampering yourself? Knowing very well that you are hampering yourself. It's like smoking, knowing very well that it's going to kill you eventually or shorten your lifespan. If you know it's hampering you, try and make a conscious effort. Don't do it. I know I haven't mentioned TED Talk anywhere in this video or on the title of the video live stream. Still, I can't help it. I'm speaker first. So, team, if you're doing this, if you're resorting to watching reels, scrolling randomly all day, every day without any purpose or goal or mission, don't do that. Watch a long video if possible. If you want, I can recommend good channels to you. Although I don't have YouTube on my phone, which is strange because I'm currently on YouTube. I don't have that app on my phone. I'm doing it on Chrome on my computer here. So the thing is, if you want to watch something long, watch it fully, give it your full attention. Don't get distracted. Okay? Because this is eventually going to mean that you're losing brain cells. We lose quite a lot of brain cells every day. But if we watch reels in a loop, then we're accelerating the process. We're not making it better. We are exacerbating it, not ameliorating it. There's a huge difference. So please don't resort to watching reels or short form content that is going to destroy you and your brain and your relationships with people. The day I uninstalled Instagram was one of the best days of my life because I was able to think clearly. I was able to think ahead. I had a good idea of what I had to do next because I was not constantly disturbed by all the noise that had been around me until that point of time. So, yes, Ashish, you can absolutely capture sound without wearing it. This is something that you can do by setting up something called voice mod, which is a nice piece of software that helps you fine tune your audio, select the right audio source, combine that with OBS. It's a 2 hour, 1 hour setup, probably at max. And once it's done, sorted for life. And like an American, okay, like an Indian. And you can also set up NVIDIA broadcast. If you have an NVIDIA GPU in your laptop or desktop graphics card, I use exactly that because you can't hear me clicking my fingers, can you? You can't because I'm currently using the power of AI and machine learning to do noise cancellation in real time. Why? Because I have a piece of software called NVIDIA Broadcast. I hope you couldn't hear it, otherwise I would have. So it it does that in real time. It only works if you have an NVIDIA graphics card. So maybe a GeForce or an RTX graphics card. GeForce GTX, they don't make it anymore. The GeForce RTX graphics card. I recently got one, the RTX 5060. Great piece of software. Amazing. Yes, Ashish, don't have YouTube on my phone. It's a huge distraction. It's better to listen to audiobooks, I believe, personally speaking. Audiobooks have been helping quite a lot over the last 5 years or so. I remember I created an Audible account back in November of 2021, which was a very monumental year in my life. Led to a lot of things, some things that I can't name here. It's many a thing. So that year, it was basically a year of renaissance, a year of discovery. It was like I was Columbus on my voyage and I found something, found a country. That country was Audible. With a lot of peoples, if you may, many different kinds. Those are the audiobooks because they have helped me immensely since then. The kind of knowledge that they give you, the kind of knowledge and stuff and facts that they bestow you with is unparalleled. No one can match that, even in their wildest dreams. Audiobooks are one of the best sources to gain knowledge in a short span of time, as well as improve your English or any other language that you're listening it in. It's killing two birds with one stone. You listen to someone speak in a good accent, the accent improves. Your English improves, and best of all, your knowledge improves. So, what's better than that? Three birds with one stone. I believe since I have basically run over my time limit, Thank you, Mayank. Yes, we are spending lots of time for watching reels. Yes, my friend, that's all I'll say to you. If you really want to sort your life out, reels is something that you might have to. No, you will have to, you ought to, you should. All models eliminate, terminate, annihilate, totally destroy, exterminate. All the synonyms that you can think of. Do it. So, team, since I have actually run right over, if I'm Salmon boy, I have run over something. That's my time limit. I must leave now. But before I leave, I would like to thank each one of you for having stayed here since the very beginning. It's been an hour and 15 minutes almost. I'm glad you were here. It was great joy, amazing to do this live stream, especially since at my new place where I shifted last year in December. It's my first live stream or video here, most probably. And couldn't have been happier. Thank you for your support, everyone. It really, really means a lot to me. And I hope to be coming back sometime soon. I'll try and be more consistent from now on because I've been given a lot of flack for having been terribly, terribly inconsistent. But that's just a product of what I do in life. I have my hands in 5 different boxes, 2 hands in 5 boxes. So you can always say that it's the question of balancing things, trying to balance everything to the best of your abilities, sometimes which you falter at, but sometimes something you excel at. That is life. Inconsistency is the middle name of life. So that is life, guys. Thank you, Ashish. Thank you so much for being here. Loved your presence. Have a good day. Nitin asks, please suggest the channels that you were talking about to watch. So you can watch Doug DeMuro, Doug, D-O-U-G, Doug DeMuro, D-E-M-U-R-O. That guy is an American. He creates content on cars, reviews cars, does things with cars. Great guy. And he starts his videos off with this. This kind of starting he has at the beginning of every video. That's his signature line. This, quirks and features, something like that. He's a great guy. You should watch him, especially if you're into cars. And you should also watch Top Gear. Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, James May. You watch them. Lovely, lovely bunch of lads. If I were British, I would have visited them already. So, with that, team, thank you so much for your time and for being here in this almost dead live stream. And I'm an exorcist. I will bring it back to life. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching this. Hope you have a great day ahead. Have a great weekend. Hoping to see you soon, sometime again down the line, maybe next week or the week post that, if I'm not doing any other things in life. So, yes, if you have any questions, feel free to comment below this video or send me a message on Instagram because I don't have Instagram on my phone, but there exists a page with the same name as this channel on Instagram somewhere, which I haven't logged in quite some time. If I log in, I will definitely reply. Thank you so much for being here, team. I will see you next time. Until then, well, take care, be happy, and yes, always be respectful, always be humble. Don't treat people with crappy mindsets. Just be respectful to everyone. Everyone deserves respect and basic humility. With that, it's time to sign off. Bye bye.